we wanted to do in this interview was to talk a little bit about you as a leader. So in order to get to that conversation, let's first start off with you telling me a little bit about where you're from, where you went to school, and the kind of work you do.
Okay. So I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. I went to elementary school, middle school, and high school all in Paterson, New Jersey. Then I attended William Paterson University, which is in Wayne, New Jersey. So I'm a Jersey girl all the way. And after I graduated from college, I relocated to Newark for a career opportunity. And I still reside in Newark currently. Although with Hudson Pride Center, I work out of Jersey City, and I may relocate there soon as well.
So, and the other reason why we're here is BQ Pride is focused on the LGBTQ plus community and really shining a spotlight on the leadership capabilities, the talent, the innovation. But because we're here and we want to make sure that the maximum number of people are able to identify with what your experience has been as a leader, where you come from, who you are. If you want to share a little bit about your coming out story, or if that's not a story you really share, a lesson about coming out, and that would be probably helpful, and people would, feel inspired by you, or they'll know, something else, like what not to do. They may learn a lesson.
Okay, so I'll start with a lesson from coming out. Coming out looks different for everyone, and it doesn't have to happen at a particular age. It's really all about happening when it's the most safe for each individual. So for myself, my coming out story really consisted of my girlfriend at the time. I was in high school, maybe about 15 years old, 15 or 16, and my girlfriend at the time had come over to visit. And on the way to walk her out, my mom, all my relatives was just like on the porch, like just coming back from a grocery store trip. And my cousin, one of my aunts asked me, my girlfriend was just leaving, and I was saying bye, we hugged and everything. And she was like, "Who's this?" Because she had never seen her before. And I was like, "This is my girlfriend." And she was like, "Girlfriend as in friend as a girl, or girlfriend?" And I was like, "That's my girlfriend." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And one of my aunts walked over and gave me a hug and said, "I love you anyway." But my mom was on the porch as well, and my mom did not react the same way. Her reaction was very quiet. She didn't say anything, and just kind of left it there. So at that particular moment, I knew that there was going to be some people who were going to support me and love me anyway, and there was going to be some challenges with some other folk. So long story short, my mother and I went out for lunch for like every other day for like 2 weeks, and we talked about me being a lesbian. And she asked me, why was I a lesbian? Like, who pretty much turned me out? And it was at that particular point I learned that she had no idea what LGBTQ plus meant, like to identify as LGBTQ plus. In her head, she thought that she did something wrong or someone else like pushed this onto me. Mm-hmm. And at that particular time, I was like, you know what? I need to educate her. So it created an opportunity for me to educate her, and then also allowed me to stand on my own and let her know, like, this is who I am and I cannot change it. And if you're not supportive, I had plans on like running away. I had let her know that I had a listing of like shelters that I was gonna go to. So it made her readjust and look at it a different way.
That's a beautiful story, especially at 14 or 15, knowing that you needed to provide some education. To be 14 or 15 and stand up in your truth. Not everybody's able. Yeah. But it says a lot too about your family, that you had aunts hug you and embrace you, and even a mother who's still trying to come to terms with it, honestly realize, wait, I gotta be there for her. I gotta change how I'm looking at this. Not everybody's still blessed.
Yes, and I've learned that. Fast forward today, she's a great advocate. She's an ally. She contacted me and asked me like, "Hey, have you seen what's happening to transgender women? That is horrible." So, like you said, I'm blessed.
Yeah, you are. And that's what I think the other, sometimes the narrative around how young people come out and what their life is going to be and how it's going to be, there's limited number of stories that are actually out there, right? And so part of the BEQ Pride plan and platform is, let's get some more stories out there. Because there's a diversity is in the community, but it's a matter of where we're going to shine a light. So this is a deliberate act of expressing to people that there's not 1, 2, or 3 ways to do this life thing. And there's some beautiful and amazing people like you out there shaking their tail feathers, doing it all.
Thank you.